Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Nation, and today's a bit more of a discussion video. I was actually going to have a video for you guys explaining how to have a legit and proper and ideal raid boss setup to help give you guys more knowledge, as well as not always having to need help from somebody. You can just refer to the video when you can. I just ran into a situation in my party. In case you didn't know, I'm actually a moderator for my group, and I'm in a very competitive group. And when I say competitive, I mean as in like we're always top 100, or no, not even top 100. We're always top 50, and we get top 10 a lot of the times too. If you're curious what type of which group I'm in, the name of the group is called Boo Bears. Okay. And I've been with them for, I would say, about a year, maybe almost a year now. And the thing is, we know that competitive week is about to come up in a bit. I personally think it's going to come up this coming week, like starting Monday, we're going to have competitive week. Regardless, I know the fact that it's coming, okay? So as the admins, we want to get a little bit ahead of the game and start recruiting more people into the party to help train them a little bit, put them on a bit of a trial period. We had some drama, long story short. Basically, the point of this video is the fact that I want to talk about what may be some of the key differences between the top level competitive groups and everybody else, or the less competitive groups, or maybe non-competitive groups, okay? Just everybody else in general, okay? What that main difference is and what you can basically start to expect in terms of how those type of party members go about interacting with the party, and like for example, like what type of party rules do they have, what are different ways to run a party and such. Basically those type of aspects. Just to let you know, none of this whole video wasn't planned. I don't have a script for this or anything. I'm literally just going off the top of my head, so I apologize if I missed some things. But I would say when it comes to competitive groups, the main thing you want to be aware of when coming into a competitive group is that there is a set level of expectations and rules that are associated with the group. Especially once you start getting the more higher level groups, like the top level groups, there start to be a lot of rules and restrictions on when you can and can't do certain things. When you come into a group, start to expect that there's going to be large expectations and rules for you to follow. Okay, now some of that might make sense. It is a competitive group. It takes some level of cooperation in order to achieve that type of competitiveness. But at the same time, keep in mind that because of the fact that they are a top tier group and they are competitive, this also means that the number of applicants that want to be in the group is very high. So that means that the leaders of the group for those competitive groups end up having to sort through and deal with a lot of those type of people, which doesn't always end so well, which is kind of what led me to make this video, basically. This also means that because of the fact that we're getting a ton of applicants all the time, we're in high demand, basically, to please try not to interpret our actions as being cruel or harsh or rude or anything like that. We are simply operating according to the rules of our party. If people don't meet that and they're trying to get in the group, we're kind of forced and have no choice to say things just straightforward, like, hey, this is a thing. If you don't get in line with what we want to while you're in our party, we're gonna have to remove you. Okay, it's nothing personal against you personally. It's literally just for the sake of the party, and we hope you understand. But unfortunately, a lot of people take it the wrong way, which is not really what we're going for. Part of the thing that helps, almost as kind of like a requirement for having a competitive group, is having a trustworthy source of communication. And the way most groups tend to solve this is to ignore the in-game chat feature that they have in the game, and to actually use an actual normal like text messaging app, like through your phones and such. Like for my group, we use Line Messenger. That's our form of communication. That's how me and the admins communicate with each other. That's how the admins communicate with the party members. That's how party members cooperate more thoroughly. We can post, and it allows more flexibility too, because we can actually post pictures and such of like our setups and everything, instead of the very basic in-game chat that they have for the game. If you are a new person going into a competitive group for the first time, or wish to go into a competitive group for the first time, there are some things I would recommend for you to be aware of and careful of, and to think about before you start talking to people and such. You essentially want to talk to people in the group, especially the party leaders, at least at first, when you're first starting to get to know them, because they are complete strangers to you. You want to at least start talking to them in as respectful manner as possible, as polite as possible, you know, usually. You know, basically like you're out in public talking to, let's say, a future boss, because it's honestly not too different. Although it's a game, like leaders of groups, especially mostly the competitive ones like mine, we typically have to treat the group almost sort of kind of like a business, and that's kind of why we have to like act strict and be on top of things all the time. So when you go out and talk to these people, please be as respectful and understanding as possible. Every competitive group that I've seen have always been super cooperative and very helpful, and aim to try to help each other out the best they can in a cooperative sense, you know, like to the best of their ability with what you have and everything. But at the same time, in order to deserve that level of helpfulness and cooperativeness, you have to give that back in an equal fashion. You have to show them the same level of respect and dedication, like to them, to their party, and to the game, as they are towards helping you out in the party, and or even just keeping you in the party. Because keep in mind, technically, competitive groups don't need you. As harsh as that might sound, they can grab someone else, because like I said before, there's tons of more applicants. You're not the only one that can help benefit their group. So the best thing that you can do as an applicant is to be as respectful as possible and try to help them out in return. Because of the fact you are a high-level group, that also means that your party members have to maintain a certain level of expectations or requirements in order to justify keeping you in the group. Basically, for example, if you start not following the rules anymore, then you're no better off to the group as a level 1 newbie who just started the game, because you're not doing anything. You're not benefiting the group at all. Because of that, like me as an administrator, I'd be forced to have to kick you from the group, even though you may have been like one of our best party members for the longest time, for years, whatever, okay? Because of the fact that we have to constantly monitor those type of things, issues can sometimes occur with new people coming into a group. That was it for today, guys. I'm sorry if that may have been a little bit of a rant video, but I hope that puts things a little bit more perspective as to like what things you can expect. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. My name is Brian from Kingdom Hearts Cross Nation, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.